Hello, my little pumpkins. Welcome back to the merriest place on the internet that is currently the spookiest. It's not scary. It's not the spookiest place. It's the Halloween funnest. It's been a while since I've filmed, leave me alone. Today I'm going to show you my Halloween tree, but I'm gonna walk you through some things in case this is your first time here or in case you haven't done a Halloween tree and you want to incorporate that into your home decor. I've been doing a Halloween tree since like 2019. That was so long ago. Do you remember the before time? Most of what goes on my Halloween tree is not a Halloween tree decoration, and that's why I want to show you this video, is to kind of show you that you don't necessarily have to go out and buy a kit or ornaments or tree specific things for a Halloween tree. You can use a lot of the Halloween decorations you already have. I always advocate here for not buying new things. I used to be like, yeah, buy this, yeah, buy this, yeah, buy this, link, and like, it's just irresponsible at this point. You don't need that much stuff. I have a lot extras of stuff. I have a lot of extra stuff because I do tree videos. I'm here to tell you you don't need to buy that much. So I'm gonna show you what I do with things that are mostly not Halloween tree oriented. They're not tree intended. They're Halloween decorations that I use on a tree, and we're gonna go from there. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kim and I'm very merry and disorganized and chaotic, but that's fine. That's why they love me. I love a Christmas tree and I decorate a tree all year long. You can check out all my other videos of things. I also live in a 150-year-old house. We will be doing a house update video, probably, maybe. Those are the reasons to subscribe. I'm a very good content creator. I'm gonna wear gloves. Saves your skin, saves your hands. Let's start with talking about lights. No, let's start with talking about your tree. I prefer to do non-Christmas themed trees on a white tree, usually. It takes some of the Christmassiness out of it, makes it look less like a Christmas tree and more like, in this case, a Halloween tree, not a Christmas tree decorated for Halloween, even though that's totally what it is. I also like to use white because colors just really pop on it a lot. A green tree is, for the most part, usually pretty dark, so anything like these black flowers that I'm gonna be using, that's not gonna show up on a green tree very well, if at all, because it's actually a really similar, there's just no contrast to it. And so where this is like obvious, it's just a little more fun and from a color saturation standpoint. If all you have is your green tree, this will look fantastic regardless, okay? Also, it's your tree. You can do whatever the crap you want because it's your tree in your house and you're the one who is looking at it. Do not listen to me or any other professional on anywhere ever who says you have to do things a certain way. It's a Christmas tree. There are no rules. It's a Christmas tree. It's supposed to be fun. Last year, I decorated a black Christmas tree with black ornaments. Video. Ignore me. Just leave this video. Okay, let's talk lights. This is a pre-lit 6-foot tree. These are the only lights that are on it. I do want to talk about colorful lights. It can really add a lot to your tree by having a color. Orange lights, green lights, purple lights, red lights, all look fantastic on a Halloween tree. So if you have a strand of lights that are a different color, you could probably even do multicolored lights. And now that I think about it, I think that would look really friggin' cool. I think multicolored lights would be fantastic, and now I'm suddenly angry I'm not using multicolored lights. I have a single strand of, let me see, these teeny tiny battery powered, on the tiny wire, teeny tiny fairy lights. I had orange ones and boop, yeah. I got a lot of light coming this way, so they're hard to see on camera, but we have these little pops of orange light. I do have a video showing you how to light your tree, especially if you don't have that many lights. If you have extra light colors, add those in if they match. If you don't, or buy some, or don't. Just you do you, boo-boo. I'm gonna decorate this tree in the focal point method. Ooh, that sounds complicated and intimidating. It's not. It basically means I pile a bunch of stuff in like 3 different places and in my topper, and then put a bunch of filler ornaments in between. One of my focal points will be the topper, then I don't have to have a separate topper. Alternatively, a candy bucket, a witch hat, any kind of decor really that can go on a shelf, you can use as a Halloween tree topper. Pipe cleaners, use twist ties, use floral wire, whatever you need to do to get it in there. An artificial tree has branches that can bend on wires that can be really helpful to secure things. A regular candy bucket, last year I cut a hole in the bottom of it and used it as a topper on a smaller tree. If you've got a couple of these, you have the basis of a focal point in the style I'm gonna do this tree. It will make sense, I promise. These are things you put on shelves that I got at the craft store like 10 years ago, if not longer. I have a very lightweight foam skull situation we're gonna shove in the tree, and I have a crow. I love this crow. His name is Alan, and he has a lot of feelings. Bows and ribbon take up a ton of space, and these are not Christmas tree specific. You can find ribbons. You may already have ribbons that are meant for flower arrangements, wreaths, all kinds of things. We use ribbon in all kinds of crafts. So this is 3 different kinds of ribbons that I put, oh, you're sad, in a bow. I made a bow. I have a bow making video also. All these will be linked in the thing in the description. I will, if I remember, please comment to me if I forget to link something. If you don't like ribbons on your tree, don't put ribbons on your tree. There are no rules, remember? Picks. These are the things I have that I feel like are specifically for a tree. I feel like we also put them in flower arrangements. So maybe they're not for a tree, they're also meant for flower arrangements. So if you have bouquet situation that's Halloween or fall themed, if you have a wreath that is Halloween or fall themed, you can use that. I'm gonna show you what I did to a wreath in just a second, but they have a lot of these sticky outy things, and these make a huge difference on a tree. They make it look super classy. They make it look very thought about and almost like, oh, was this decorated by a professional? Things coming out of the tree make a really big difference. And keep an eye on your picks because sometimes they get, see how this one's like, woohoo, and this one's just straighter looking? Most of the stuff on picks are on wires, and you can floof them out just to make them take up more space. A kind of more statement black ornament, 1 or 2 of those for each focal point. One year my daughter asked for a black and maroon Christmas tree. She's a fun kid. So I have a lot of black Christmas ornaments for a Christmas tree that has black on it. So you may not have as many black ornaments. They're inexpensive. You can also find a lot of them secondhand because black is really an up-and-coming Christmas color. So if you get them very plain looking like this one, I mean, this is kind of freaky, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like a black snowflake scary situation. It looks like something out of a space opera. These very generic Christmas balls, Christmas bubbles in black, they're gonna fill a lot of space. That kind of stuff you can find secondhand all the time. Facebook Marketplace, online, thrift stores, that stuff. One more bow made with just black and white striped ribbon. I had the most of that. I had a lot of this ribbon, so I wanted to use it. It's just the most Halloween looking fun thing. And these bows take up a lot of space. For filler in between and maybe in some of the focal points, leaves from a garland. These were loose. I just had a bag of these. I actually used these for my wedding is how I ended up with these because I had a fall wedding. Florals, I have orange flowers. These actually were bought for my spring Easter tree. And I use the orange ones at Halloween time. These are black poinsettias. They were for a different black tree when I wanted this green and black tree that was really cool. One of my favorite trees I think I've ever done. Another thing that you can find at the thrift store. You go to the thrift store and you go to the flower spot, the home decor stuff where people have wreaths and bouquets. And if there's stuff in there that is the right color palette, that is the right flower, that has the leaves or whatever that you want, you can buy that for super cheap and take it apart. And then you have a bunch of tree stuff. I am gonna put, come here, these sort of mini, oh rude, mini picks. See this situation? See that? Ooh. I had a wreath that was all of these pieces wrapped about together, and it was just this fall wreath that was like this in a circle. And I thought that would be really cool if I had picks that were like that. It would look fantastic in a fall tree and fantastic in a Halloween tree. So I took it apart. And what do you know? Basically, the entire wreath was made of individual tiny picks. Take stuff apart is what I'm saying. Of your existing things, is there something you can take apart and have it be individual type things? Also, a wreath could work really cool as a topper. You can just in on the top and then fill something else in kind of on the whole part of it, and it might actually look really freaking cool. Other decor can be tree decor. To sum up, I want to talk about one other thing about other decor being tree decor. Mini candy buckets, I will link these into the description below. These are fantastic. I've used them year after year. I have a whole video showing like all the different trees I put these on. They're great. If you're gonna buy one thing for a Halloween tree, make it this set because they come with pumpkins, skulls, and I don't know where they are, but Frankenstein's monster, little Frankie monsters. Super cute. So I'm gonna do all the orange and then all the white skull ones. That is how I recommend doing things when you have the kind of the same thing in multiple colors, is to do one color at a time so that things get spaced out evenly in the way that you want them. I have 2 skulls and 2 pumpkin candy buckets just in case I need to fill them in somewhere with something. But now we're gonna work on the topper and then like finish it up. So for the topper, I have 2 more black and white bows. One of the bigger bows with all 3. Hello, the sun. He'll be back in a bit. One of these bows with the 3 ribbons in it. 1 black and orange pick, couple of flowers, kind of half bit pick thing from, can you see that? Okay, yeah, from the wreath bits. More black flowers and the piece de resistance. This is a thumbs up. It's technically for your yard. See, this is where I say take the other decor from your home and put it in your tree. See, this is supposed to go in the grass and be a skull thumb sticking out. It's hilarious in a Halloween tree. So I think I'm gonna incorporate that into the top section. We're gonna start with that, fill these in. I also have these sort of icicle black reflective hangy downs. We will add the long ones. I always do those last because they don't take up much space. They don't fill a hole very well. I just kind of hang them where they're gonna drip nicely. So I like to do those at the end. So let's get this guy situated. It's this way, right? Right? Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay, so what I saw when I stepped back was I got here, and this section here that I don't think you can even see. We just need to adjust a few things. We're gonna basically add a bunch of leaves and add the flowy hangy down friends. Finishing touches. Just like we have things coming out of the tree for this sort of dimension and interest, we're gonna have things very, very that one is not. Do you see this? Bent. Who are you? Vertical, okay? Very long and straight down. If you don't have these, don't add them unless you wanna buy some. I will link what I can. For this stuff, I'm just gonna start at the top and work my way down. And we're not gonna overthink this too much. so now I'm just gonna go in and adjust anybody who looks uncomfortable, and like things like these picks definitely shift in the mayhem that is decorating. And so I just want to make sure you can't even see what I'm adjusting. But we're just going to be taking steps back and make sure that everybody looks happy and there's no just like random space of stuff that we missed. Like this kind of gaping hole situation up here. Don't mess with this too much because it will all fall apart. Hey, I think I have a finished tree. I hope this was helpful. I know this was a very long process and this is not a typical way to decorate any kind of tree at all, Christmas or otherwise. But I still wanted to just talk with you and give you some ideas on starting your own Halloween tree, because I think there are really cool decorating trends, super fun. Throw out the rules, just put Halloween decorations on a tree and call it good and enjoy it and love it, because that's the point, okay? If you have any questions, please comment below. I love to talk trees. Things that I can link will be linked in the description below. But I do encourage you to start with what you have and go from there. And don't buy too much, because you really don't need too much. What you have is awesome and will work. A lot of what you have will work. So thank you so much for watching. I really love you. And until we meet again, sparkle on.